lovely just walking with you then and chatting. Yeah.
This is Susan, and we set off more or less together from the same place and walked along here. And she's got a little dog that she's just taken to have its nails clipped and all that pedicure stuff. So is this a regular thing with this dog, Susan? You say it's your son's though, isn't it?
It's my son's dog, yeah. So when he's with us, yes, then then we have a walk, and very often we walk. This is the walk we do around this canal because we just live up on the main road.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Well, I know we've just been chatting for about maybe 5-10 minutes, but it's been a real pleasure meeting you, Susan.
It's been a pleasure to meet you, and I really admire what you're doing and sharing what you with everybody as well.
Well, that's very kind of you, and you can watch. I've given you a card.
Yes.
And it's quite easy to use it. But if you go onto my YouTube site and press playlists, the whole thing opens up, and there's all the walk from all the way around the UK, and there's this walk, so you might enjoy it. And the
really
music. A lot of women like the music.
Right. Okay then. Yeah.
Nice to meet you, Susan.
Lovely to have met you as well, and good luck with everything.
Thank you very much.
Enjoy.
Thank you. You're a lovely woman. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye. Good morning! It's Monday the 24th of August and it's around about sort of 10:30ish. I set off 3 miles ago, so that's about an hour, and I spent some time walking along with a lady called Sue, who was a very lovely lady, and she had a little dog with her which belonged to her son, and she was taking it to the vet to get its nails clipped. And there was more. We did talk about lots of other things other than that, and it was really nice. Today I'm heading for Wigan. I've been to Wigan before on not many occasions, but I always remember my dad used to like his rugby league and Hull City, and he always used to take me to see Wigan when they had players like Billy Boston playing for them, so that must have been many years ago. I must have been about maybe 10 years old at the time. And I think Wigan's always had this, people remember Wigan for the rugby team, not so much the football team. But the one thing I want to go and see in Wigan that I've never seen before is Wigan Pier. I've been to Brighton Pier and Eastbourne Pier and Bridlington Pier and all this, but I've never been to Wigan Pier, so it's going to be a first. So I've done about a third of the walk already actually. It's only in total around about 9 or 10 miles. I parked the van safely at a boatyard right next door to a pub called the Lock and Key, which I'll be in there tonight probably and have a pint and say hello to the people. And then I'll make a decision as to whether to actually stay there or drive down to Wigan, but I'll make that decision later. The weather's much nicer today, which is a good thing actually. We've got cloud, but we've got cloud and sunshine with no fear at all of rain, which is really good. But that will be all different tomorrow, and it's forecast heavy rain all day. So I won't be going far at all, so I'll try and find a comfortable spot to shelter and catch up with some computer work and all the usual things, and continue to make my arrangements to get through to Liverpool. I did see a mile marker earlier, which is around about the 40 miles mark, so that's not so bad. So by the time I get to Wigan, there'll only be 30 miles left, which the way I'm going at the moment is around about sort of 10 miles a day average, which is pretty good, which is what I like. It's there's not a great deal to film, I'm afraid, and it's very quiet. And remember also that the COVID does affect this area quite a lot, which is why there's not a great deal of activity, other than probably dog walkers, who are all very nice people, but it is extremely quiet. Bearing in mind we're in August, end of August, and there's hardly a soul to be seen. And it's, when I say it spoilt my film, it hasn't. This is about me doing the walk and the people that I meet along the way. And it's been a great exercise, thoroughly enjoyed it, and I'm glad you're all watching it, and especially the new people. And it's nice to see my figures are still going up, and I'm very pleased about that. And thank you very much indeed for the subscribers that have joined me, and all you people. It'd be very nice to see a few more likes. I know some of the people that I've known for a couple of years since I started walking around Britain, I don't seem to see their names or their likes very often these days. So come on you lot, sort yourself out. So, if my mate Ralph was here, he would say, here we go. Well, this is Simon, and I reckon I'm probably about halfway between Chorley and Wigan now, or thereabouts, according to my walking calculator. I've done about probably 4.5 miles now. So What's it all about being here at this particular time then, Simon?
Well, at this particular time, it's all just about being the peace and quiet and tranquility of the countryside.
Yeah.
Aside the odd train coming flying past.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. But as I said, I've had my boat for 17 years, and I've never totally lived on it. I've always thought I would, but I spend months at a time on it, and I sort of love the lifestyle.
Yeah.
It's probably one of the last places that you find in this country where the majority of people are nice, friendly, and it's peaceful, how it should be, really.
Absolutely. So how often do you go for a cruise then?
Well, to be honest, I bought my boat in the Midlands.
Yeah.
I sailed it up 17 years ago, and since then I've never been back down Wigan locks.
Right.
And I've never been through Blackburn.
Really?
So I have a mooring up near Withnell Falls.
Yes, I know what you mean.
And basically, so I've got about 16 miles of canal that I cruise on.
Lock free?
Yeah. Well, no, there's 6 locks in the middle, John.
Oh, yeah, I know.
And I find everything that I want on that 16-mile stretch.
Well, that's great.
You know, I love my fishing.
Yeah.
It's a sort of place where I can park up without any fear of any sort of nastiness or my boat being broken into or whatever.
Yeah.
So, you know, and it's local to where I live as well. So,
yeah,
I'm quite happy with that.
Oh, well, that's good. I'm pleased with that.
Yeah. I mean, and to be honest, I'm the sort of person, after cruising for say about an hour, I get fed up with it.
Right.
To me, it's more. This is sort of more like a mobile sort of home fishing platform to get me to the places that I like getting to. You know.
And what do you do? Do you just sit on the deck here and fish?
What, when I'm fishing?
Yeah.
Yeah. I sit there. It's perfect this way.
Yeah.
Sit down there. So. And you know, I've had pike up to 16.5 pounds.
Really?
Yeah. Last night I had a bream of £5 just down at Rawlinson Lane.
Excellent.
You know, so there's loads of fish in the canal.
So what do you do? I mean, obviously you put them back, but you take a photograph of them and all that stuff.
Yeah, I've took 1 or 2 photographs, but generally I'm not really one of the most photo.
No, that's all right. No, I thought maybe just as as a record. If you understand.
Every now and again I have. You know, I've pike fished all my life since I was probably about 12, and I've caught pike up to £25 from all over the UK. And,
fantastic.
You know what I mean? I've been to some lovely places pike fishing at the end of the day. I mean, once I had a boat on Coniston Water in the Lake District, it had a little cabin on it and everything, and I bought it off some friends at work. Well, they didn't tell me I had a leak in it.
Oh, God.
So the first night when I was in a bay on Coniston, when I woke up in the morning, the water was nearly up to where I was sleeping.
Really? Oh, dear.
Yeah. I mean, anyway, eventually I worked that out. So I could sleep for 8 hours and then I could bail it out.
Yeah.
And but eventually I left it on the car park at Coniston Water Sports Centre, and with a free to good home on it.
Yes.
Now I went up to Coniston about 2 years later, and there was an old guy just launching the very same boat. It looked absolutely pristine.
Really?
I said to him, I said, that's a fantastic boat, mate. You've done a really good job of that. He said, yeah. He said, you wouldn't believe it. Somebody left it on car park with a free to go on. Well, I never told him it was me.
Oh, really? I mean? Why didn't you tell him?
Well, no, I didn't. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. You know, he's. You know, because you don't know how people react, do you?
No, of course not.
So no. it was like great for me to understand that he'd actually fixed the leak.
Yeah.
He completely repaid. It was like a minter again, you know what I mean?
That's incredible.
He was off for a cruise on Coniston, so what could be better?
What a lovely story. Yeah. Must go, mate. I'm dying for a cup of tea, and my legs are seizing up a bit. I can feel it.
Are they?
But it's been an absolute pleasure meeting you.
Absolute pleasure meeting you.
I know we've had spent a bit of chewing the fat, but it's been great. You're a lovely guy.
Okay, you're not so bad yourself, Joe.
Keep in touch. Yeah. Do we get a handshake?
Yes,
nice one, mate.
Okay, no problem.
Okay. these are the lovely ladies in Frederick's Ice Cream, which is where exactly are we?
Heath Charnock, just between Chorley and Adlington.
Right, okay. It's a lovely shop. All these different flavours of ice cream. You must do a very good business there.
Yeah, super busy when the sun's out.
Oh, blimey. My wife would go mental if she saw all this. I've not come far, having had a cup of tea at the ice cream parlour, and this is Jeff and Mavis, who look very sprightly. And so where are you off to today then, Mavis? What's your plan?
Hopefully to Johnson's Fold and back.
Yes.
We've come from Hay.
From Hay?
Yes.
I assume that's this side of Wigan then?
Yes.
Right, okay, so I'm heading that way.
Yeah. Yes.
Somebody told me that there's like a double-decker bus where you can get a cup of tea or something like that. I think it's a marina or something.
We've seen one down there.
Yeah. And there's some swans as well.
Oh, yeah.
People
And some
are
cygnets.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, I mean it's quite interesting. I mean I know it's a lot quieter than I thought it would be. I mean it's not seasonally normal because of the lockdown, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, you're getting people out walking the dogs and like us on the coastal path. But
Well, we live near the canal at Newborough.
right.
Yes, and walk there often.
Excellent.
It's busier there.
So yes. I mean
So
it's funny. I was
we're trying a different stretch today.
That's a good idea. I mean, over in Yorkshire, you know, when you walk down from like the Fowleridge Tunnel to Skipton, that's. I mean, there's a lot of hire boat companies there, so as a consequence of that, you get all the first timers out. It's quite funny actually. It's like watching.
Oh, we've done that. Haven't we?
It's like watching a learner driver on the
Around
M1.
Skipton.
But
Yes. If you get through Wigan and on to where we live, Parbold,
Parbold,
after it
yes,
goes through the canal,
yes,
about a couple of miles down there, there's the Rufford link, which goes
Yeah.
to the River Douglas
yes,
and into the Ribble.
yes. That's right.
Yeah.
There's a couple of characters it's called Foxes Afloat. I don't know if you've seen
No,
it.
not,
That's a good vlog. The only problem is they're very nice people and they're very, very good at what they do. And I'm not homophobic, but they're gay, and they get a little bit too gay for me, if I'm to be honest with you. Do you know what I mean?
You shouldn't put that on film.
No, they're all right. You know, they're decent lads. You know what I mean? But it's been a pleasure meeting you, and have a pleasant day. And tomorrow is a forecast for like serious rain all day. So,
That's why we're
you
out
won't be
today.
walking tomorrow.
I don't think so.
No.
Thank you very much indeed. Nice to meet you.
Nice
Bye-bye.
to meet you.
This is Liz and Shell, and here we are at Adlington, as you can see there. And Shell, you was interested in this circular walk business. It's something that suits you because you know you want to find good walks, smaller walks, because of your hip problem, and it's been a success for you with this information.
It has, and flat walks.
Yes.
So it will be really interesting to find more routes and walks to follow. So I'll certainly be having a look at your.
So you're seasoned walkers then, are you, Jeff? Would you say?
Les,
Les, a big fan.
A certain amount. I don't do long walks, but I like to get out off piste, if you like.
Yes.
I'm one of these people, but
away from the madding crowd.
Shell can't walk on anywhere up hills,
Yeah.
so I tend to come down here with
He's been out once this morning and had a walk this morning before we've set out, so he does his bit and then he comes with me afterwards, so
Yeah.
it's lovely.
You don't have a dog then?
No,
Not now.
anymore, no.
Not
We
now.
used to do, but we're dog free at the minute.
Yeah, well, because I mean, that people, I do see obviously loads of dog walkers. That's the good thing about the canals. And they're all friendly, and the dogs are friendly, and they all say hello. You know, it's just the cyclists I'm a bit wary of.
Yes,
I get a bit angry about the speed that they go, and I tell them as well.
And they're supposed to actually give way to us,
I know.
but they don't tend to do.
I know
do
they don't. No.
No, we do actually bring our grand dog out sometimes.
Yes.
Rufus, who is deaf, he was a rescue dog.
Right.
So periodically we have him, and it's marvellous. Only he can't hear a thing.
Really?
So we'll have to do all the sign language.
It does sign
And
language.
it does sound.
It does sign language. It's sounds funny, but it does do sign language.
How does he tell you that he wants his dinner then?
No, he doesn't do it. He recognises.
Anything he hears is my friend.
I was going to say, I'd
he
like to learn
understands
some.
ours. He understands ours, doesn't he? Yeah.
that's
So it's really good.
But only understands you when he's looking at you, of course.
Yeah,
Not
I was
looking,
going to say,
you don't know.
you're wasting your time. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, it's been a pleasure meeting you.
Right,
I
thank
know
you
it's
very
only
much.
brief, but it's lovely to say hello to people like you.
It's a pleasure, a real
you.
pleasure.
Thank you.
Enjoy your walk, sir.
Bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Well, I've come past, I'm not quite sure of the name of this area, Jeff, where there's all of these boats, like lots of sort of people who actually live on the boats.
This is Adlington, this.
Adlington, that's it. I've gone through so many places I forget the names really quickly.
Easily done.
Are you a local person?
Wigan.
Wigan, oh right, which is where I'm heading for, so now I know how far it is from your point of view. So you've got this absolutely gorgeous dog here. He looks as if he wants
Well, that's Cooper.
Cooper?
Yeah, and I'm actually allergic to him.
Are you really?
He's not my dog, he's my sister-in-law's dog.
Really?
And, but I'll walk him.
But you're allergic to him?
I'm allergic to dogs.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I've seen obviously thousands and thousands of dogs walking around the UK and on the coast path. I love them, you know what I mean? I just wish I could bring one with me. I've got my camper van, but it would get in the way. And
the only problem I have with him is when he jumps in the canal, sometimes it's difficult getting him out.
Really?
But he does like the water.
And yeah, well they do, don't they? It's funny, they do like those, certainly. So where are you going today? You're just going for a
Chorley.
To Chorley?
We're going to walk to Chorley and have a beer when we get there and catch the train back.
The Lock and Key?
No, I was going to head to the Malting Hops.
Oh right.
I
got there yesterday afternoon and it was closed. I was quite surprised. It's closed on a Sunday afternoon.
The Malting Hops?
The Lock and Key.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah. And so I've left my van there now, and actually it's in the yard, you know, there's the boat yard. I've left it in the boat yard today, and so it doesn't matter what time I get back, all I've got to do is walk there, and that's it. And then all I do tonight is edit this and I'll put it on tomorrow when it's raining.
Excellent, well, have a good day.
Lovely to meet you, mate.
Yeah, you too, yes.
Have a good day yourself, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And bye to your dog, come on, come on. Cooper, no he's not having it.
Oh.
Well, this is Jen and Sam, and they've just given some advice about how Wigan is and what to expect and that kind of thing. So where are you two off to today, Jen? What's the crack?
Oh, we're just going for an hour's walk down the canal, just to Wigan Golf Club, isn't it? And then back again, having a good chat and catching up with a good friend.
Well, that's the way to do it, isn't it?
It's
a good exercise.
Beautiful day for it too.
Yeah, it's a crap weather forecast for tomorrow though.
Yeah.
It's going to chuck it down all day.
Yeah,
You're
we're
off
going
camping
tomorrow, so we're getting out in the fresh air nice today.
Where are you going? Anywhere nice?
Ripon, near Ripon.
Oh, that's lovely up there.
Yeah.
Because I know with this canal, you're not that far off when you get up to Skipton. You're in that neck of the woods, and that, I mean, that's obviously seasonally busier because there's a lot of hire boats along there, and there's like a 17-mile stretch without locks, so that's what attracts the people. You know, I've done it myself about 3 years ago, but I've always been curious what is to come, if you understand what I mean. And they say that it does get pretty nice as you go down towards Wigan and the rest of it. I don't know.
Yeah, it gets really rural like there.
Yeah.
It's lovely, widens out a bit.
Yeah. Oh, good.
Lovely on the other side of the canal. Houses are beautiful and lovely.
Yeah,
lawns.
there's some stunning houses with the back on.
And the boats are gorgeous as well. The barges.
Have you been on the boat? Have you ever done it?
Yeah, from Mellebeck down there, but we've hired one.
Yeah.
You have as well.
Yeah.
It's good fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, pleasure to meet you girls.
Oh, good to meet you.
Have a nice day. I mean,
enjoy your walk.
Yeah, I'm walking that way as well, but I stop every 10 minutes to get a bit of video and stuff like that. But
Lovely.
I hope you enjoy this video and send us a message when you know. Okay, lovely to meet you.
Oh no, nice to meet you.
Bye now.
Take care. Bye.
Bye. So it's about 1:20 now. And I'm very pleased to say that this is a much more lively video than the last couple of days when I've hardly seen anybody. I thought over the weekend I might see a lot of walkers, and it just goes to show it's all to do with the weather. If the sun comes out, people are out here in the droves, and of course I know I bang on about the lockdown, but you're pretty safe out here, I would suggest, and that's what attracts people. So I've just got another estimate that it's going to be around about 5 or 6 miles in right round, because the canal, maybe that figure I was given initially was as the crow flies. Well, you've got to actually loop around. The canal goes more or less to the, looking at it on a map, goes down to the left of Wigan and then loops round and goes through the middle. So that's where the extra miles come from. That's what I assume anyway. But everybody's saying the further you get towards Liverpool, the nicer it becomes, and it looks pretty nice here actually. It's again, it's very quiet, don't see many boats, but it's still an absolute pleasure to be out here. And so I'll get on with it, and again, as my friend Ralph would say, and he's Welsh, here we go. Now this is Margaret, who I've just stopped to talk to, and I noticed. I know it probably doesn't belong to you, this piece of, but you've got a lovely tidy garden and a beautiful house in the background there, Margaret. So what's it like living next to the Leeds and Liverpool then?
It's interesting, very interesting. Sometimes it can be a bit, cold and windy in the winter, cold and windy in the summer as well this year.
Yeah.
But it's quiet, it's peaceful, and we've got a lovely outlook with the park across the road. There's always something going on, and in the summer the boats are to-ing and fro-ing.
Right.
And it's nice. It's nice to live here.
Yeah, I bet it is.
Peaceful.
You've got the right aspect with the sun as well, haven't you?
We're sort of easterly facing, so we catch the morning sun, and then as it moves round to the south, and then in the evening it comes round over the back of the house.
And you can sit in the back garden now?
I haven't got a back garden.
Oh, right, okay.
This is my garden. Here, and then the one at the front of the house where it's all stoned and containers.
Very nice. Oh, well, that's brilliant.
Best of both worlds.
So what's the name of this actual place that we're in now then?
This is Adlington. This is Lower Adlington.
This is Lower Adlington.
Yes,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, because I was up at the other end of Adlington where there was a board that tells you about all the circular walks and things around there. I met one or two people up there.
Yeah.
And I went to the ice cream shop and had a really nice cup of tea.
Yes.
They do a
very,
good, and very friendly ladies in there as well, the young ladies,
good.
and they were very nice.
Yeah, it's a very popular spot.
Yeah, it is.
It is, yeah.
It's been a pleasure meeting you.
Nice to meet you, Jim.
Thank you very much. And
okay, enjoy
send me a
your
message
walk.
when you find me. You send me a message.
Okie dokie.
We'll keep in touch.
All right then.
Okay, love.
Yeah.
Bye now.
Thank you.
Bye. I've bumped into this lady whose name's Joyce, and she seems to know a bit around about what this area and the geography of it all, and whether we're in Chorley or Wigan or whatever. But how far would you say I've got to go yet then, Joyce?
To go into Wigan?
Yes.
Probably about 5 miles.
About 5 miles. Everybody seems to say that all the way along.
There's lots of locks going into
Yes.
Wigan as well.
Yes.
And on your left-hand side, when you get past this bridge,
Yes.
you'll approach on your left Hay Hall,
Right.
which was the home of Lord Balcarres.
Oh, really?
And he donated it to the people of Wigan when he went to live in Scotland in the 1940s. But
Ah.
unfortunately now it belongs to a hotel group, so
Right.
it's not quite the same.
Right.
But it was very interesting.
Oh, that
Lots of history.
Right. So you're a walker yourself then? You was telling me you've got the wrong shoes on
Yeah,
for today.
I'm not as
because
big,
it's a bit muddy.
Yeah, I'm not a bigger walker as you are, but I used to do, but I've got trouble with my knees, so
Yeah.
I don't do as much as I used to. We used to go with the Ramblers,
Yes.
but unfortunately I couldn't negotiate some of the walks they did, so
Yeah.
I just do what suits me now.
Well, that's the way to do it,
Yeah,
Joyce.
yep,
That's the way
okay.
to do it. Yeah, well, take care when you get up there. As I say, it's a bit muddy. Just take it really steady.
yeah.
Send me a message when you find me.
Okay.
And we'll keep in touch. All right, okay.
Will do. Yeah.
Bye now.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
I've been invited onto a boat here for a cup of coffee. Look at this, and which is very nice of these people. This is Mark and this is Anne. And I know you're from Wigan because you told me that, even though you've got a really strong Scouser accent.
I have. Apparently I have.
Are you blue or red?
Blue.
Blue. Oh, that would be good. My mate Ray would go mad if you said red. But yeah. And obviously you're from Wigan originally.
Yes.
Right, okay.
Yes, never
My only connection with Wigan is I can remember when my dad was alive. I mean, I'm going back years and years now. Maybe about 60 years, when Wigan were more known as a rugby team than a football team.
Yeah,
And
they
that
still are.
Billy Boston used to play for them and all them, and I can remember I was maybe about 10 or 12 or something, and I didn't really want to go because I was a Hull City supporter. But he used to he used to drag me down there. I mean, I can still remember. It's funny, I was a 10-year-old. I can still remember most of the names of the teams all the players of all the teams who were big at that time.
Yeah.
St Helens. There was that Van Vollenholm or whatever his name was. Yeah. There was some some really key figures, and rugby league seemed to be so much bigger then than it does now.
Yeah.
And the Boulevard in Hull, you could get about 30,000 people in there, and it was always full. You know what I mean? It was amazing, really.
Yeah.
But no, anyway, enough of that. So what are you doing on this boat then? Has this taken you fancy hiring one for the day?
Because you want to live on one.
Well, eventually I want to live on one, so it's
Yeah.
we're just doing a day on one, then a week, and then see how we go on from there. Don't we?
Yeah.
See if we don't get on each other's nerves.
Yeah.
On top of one another.
Well, yeah, I mean,
throw it overboard.
You're going to be living in a. I mean, I thought about it once as well. I thought it might be a nice idea, but okay, I'm not trying to put you off, but the difference between this that can take you on the canals and the same price, you can get a decent camper van, and you can go all over Europe or wherever, and I would feel a bit trapped on more or less the same. I mean, it's a slow place. It's a walking pace that you're travelling at.
Yeah, it's a slow life, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's brilliant. I mean, I've got to say,
If the weather's nice.
Yeah,
Today.
exactly.
If it's raining.
And I was just coming to that point. What do you do over winter when it's like really cold and all that? I mean, I'm sure you've thought of all these things.
No.
Yeah.
We might snuggle up, might we?
What, for a change?
Maybe. Just don't do it in the house.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, it's a good idea. Get one of these, then you get a cuddle. Oh dear. Cool, I laughed that much and nearly bought a round.
We're going to charge you for the coffee, yeah?
Yeah, well, okay, well, thank you. Right, well, I'm off.
And that's the end of that.
So we really can't have an intelligent conversation after
Not
that,
with me,
can we?
no, not for long.
But anyway, look, it's been great meeting you, and you've got a card now. Let's keep in touch.
Oh yeah.
And if you do, I'm moving around all the time. As I've said to you before, I don't know where you want to be, but I can recommend if you like the Leeds Liverpool Canal, you've got to go and see from from the other side of it's at let me just think of the name of the tunnel, the Foul Ridge Tunnel. The Foul Ridge Tunnel all the way through to Skipton and down to the Five Rise Locks is without a doubt the most popular part, because the scenery is nice and all the rest of it. I mean, the scenery is like this, but to me there seems to be an awful lot more activity there, and the fact that there's no locks, you know, is a good reason.
It's good for them.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's only my opinion, of course. But and the people in the houses and everything, and you'll see on there if you start at number 1, when you've got the time, it might be you know, you might cuddle up on the settee and watch it. But if you start at number 1, you'll see me struggling. But as it goes on, and the people I meet, and I met some absolutely fabulous people. Yeah. You know.
Oh yeah, do that. Brilliant. Yeah.
Nice to speak to you.
Thank
you very much, and thanks for the coffee. Seriously, thank you.
Bye. See ya. Ta-da.
Take care.
Bye.
Right.
So I've just got down beyond Lock 30, whatever it was, 63 I think it was.
63,
and there's a pub there called Lock 60, Bridge 63.
Bridge 63.
Yeah, that's it.
It's been discontinued. Well, not discontinued. It's been shut down for a while.
Has it?
As long as I know, yeah, probably 5 years plus.
Oh really? What was that? Rowdy boat owners, was it?
I don't think so. I think it just probably, you know, they didn't get enough passing trade.
Yeah,
so.
Well that's understandable. It's all very seasonal, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's not very local. Sorry, there's not many locals around here. It's quite, you know, thin and farmland. So.
Yeah, because I'm at the Lock and Key, which is at my camper van's at the Lock and Key now, which is just this side of Chorley.
Right.
And I've walked down from there, so now I'm just walking round to the centre of Wigan, to the bus station, and get a bus back. That's the way it works.
It's a nice route.
Yeah.
Nice route.
And then tomorrow I'll bring my van down here and carry on. But on saying that, tomorrow the weather forecast is really bad.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll be going far.
Today.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be going far at all, to be honest. And a day off won't do me any harm. You know, I'll be putting a big day in today, so I'm not in a rush. There's no rush at all.
Good.
But did I ask you your name?
It's Andy.
Andy.
Yeah.
Oh well. So what about you, Andy? I mean, do you live on board?
I do. Yeah. While I'm working on it, yeah, I've got a base at home, but yeah, I stay here a few nights a week. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
So you've got a bit to do yet then? I see you've got some nice big solar panels on there.
You can say that again. Everything needs doing. I'm just prepping the outside to start the outside now.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a labour of love.
Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, I've got a camper van with a panel on the top. They do work quite well, actually. You know.
These work really well, to be honest. Yeah, I mean they're the biggest ones I could get on the boat. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're looking good. I don't know a couple will go on there yet, but.
Yeah, that's brilliant. You've done a good job of that.
Hopefully in winter it'll keep me going, like so.
I've got my ignition on like a sort of a relay where. When the engine's running, it charges my leisure batteries.
Yeah.
But when I take the keys out, stop and take the keys out, then it clicks into the solar panels and they take over. Oh. So it's parked up today, you know, up in Chorley.
Yeah.
And by the time I get back, the batteries will be fully charged. Yeah. But the computers take a surprising amount of juice out of it, and sometimes I've put a voltmeter so I can see how much is left.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it crashes my computer.
Well, I was going to say you've got to be careful. I mean, some of those, if the inverter's rated at 220 watt instead of 240, that'll play havoc with your computers and laptops anyway.
Yeah.
You got to make sure you're on 240.
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
So yeah, anything like that.
Well, I've managed for the last couple of years, let's put it that way, so everything's going all right.
Good.
And I've got a little generator similar to yours, and that comes in handy, but it's just a bit too noisy, even though it says it's only 97 decibels. It's surprising how that sound carries, and you can upset people, whereas if you just let your engine tick over, I mean, it's a Ford Transit, and it's a newer one, so you know the control of the electricity is completely different to, like on my old VW as an example. This one charges at 13.7,
right.
whereas my Volkswagen charging at about 2.7, you know, so 12.7. So I do get a better deal with this one. But it's just ticking your engine over for hours and hours and hours that gets on your nerves.
Yeah, it's not ideal, is it? Like you say, I haven't got one, but the engine will power the batteries anyway, you know, on here. But you'll have to fire the engine up, so it's the same thing. But
yeah, that's right.
It's quite a loud engine from what I understand. I'm not trying to fire it up yet, but yeah, it's a labour of love. So.
Anyway, best of luck, Andy.
Yeah,
nice to meet you.
I'll go online. Sorry,
Jim.
Jim.
Yeah,
Jim.
Have a look, mate.
Where Dave came from. Yeah, Jim. I'll go online and have a look and add you.
Smashing.
But nice to meet you, and all the best. Good luck.
Thank you very much, mate. Yeah, nice bloke, mate. Thank you very much indeed.
Thanks, pal.
See you. So I'm edging nearer and nearer now to Wigan, and I think I've probably got an hour to go. People tell me or thereabouts, and I've come across these two people who look like serious walkers and like-minded people. They've got their walking poles with them, and they're going to tell you, I'd imagine, that it saves weight on your knees and all that kind of thing. So I think you agree with me. It does work, doesn't it? It doesn't matter what walk you're on.
It does, and it helps balance as well and posture.
Yes.
You know, so you're not like this when you're walking, which a lot of
we
people
got into
are.
using sticks by going to the Lake District and doing a lot of fell walking.
Yes, well,
that is brilliant for fell walking.
Coming down the hills,
and going up. It just takes that weight off your knees. And I think we've used them so much.
Yeah.
We sort of feel sort of naked without them now.
Right, absolutely.
It helps your pace as well if you're going uphill, especially if you get a bit older.
Yeah.
You know, it keeps your pace and keeps your posture, and you can keep going for longer.
Yeah.
We find them quite
good. I'm sold on it. I totally agree. I'm just giving my knees a bit of different treatment. Normally I'd have my sticks, but I'm just recovering my knees from a long layoff. I didn't ask your names, by the way.
My name's John Dean.
John.
And Claire Dean.
And Claire.
And we both live in Wigan.
Oh yeah, but you're both from Wigan. Oh well, that's okay.
Well, I'm not from Wigan. I was born in Bolton actually, and then married Claire and we came over to live in Wigan.
Right.
So yeah.
Right. Oh, well, that's interesting. Yeah. And what about them? I mean, do you put a lot of miles in? Then are you avid walkers?
Well, with lockdown, I did a load of miles in lockdown. I did over 100 miles.
Yes.
Just round Hay Hall and sort of Wigan area.
Yeah.
But no, we're out about 2 or 3 times a week, aren't we, Claire?
Well, I like to walk for the scenery rather than the pace. I'm not much good on distance, but I like a nice walk.
Yes.
You know, so we tend to cherry pick, like the nice bits of the walk rather than the long distance walking and that. But
we're not as prolific as you are, but we do like walking.
Well, thank you very much. But I mean, I've always been a walker. I've always been an avid walker. I've always been pretty fit. I played football till I was 44, and I think that's where my problems with my knees come from.
You weren't a professional, were you?
No, I was never that good. No, but. And I used to referee as well after that, so you know I've always kept running
so you've
about.
Been active then, haven't you?
Yeah. But I enjoy this. I enjoy this walking, and it gives me a lot of thinking time and all the rest of it, and I use my time well.
Certainly get your legs moving going along the canal now, won't it?
Oh,
and you'll be able to get a steady pace up as well.
Oh yeah, I'm up to speed. You know, I'm quite happy with that.
Very good.
But it's been lovely meeting you,
Thank you.
I'll give you a card, and I hope we can stay in touch. And if you have a look at the vlogs, there's a lot of them actually. When I walk around Britain, there's 249 days of it, and I made half-hour programmes. They've got music and they've got a commentary, and it tells you what's going on. And there's all the people I meet, and you might think, well, that might be a winter project when it's and rightly so. But they're all in order, so you can't go wrong.
Yeah, well, that's good.
And go on to playlists, and it opens the whole thing up so you can see. So if you want to just look at walks in Northumberland, you've got them all there, or walks in Yorkshire or whatever county, or the Pembrokeshire Coastal Path or whatever. It's all there for you.
Okay.
All right, lovely to meet you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, bye now.
Bye.
So it's 4:30 now, and here I am on the outskirts of Wigan, and I'm sure you walkers will know that Wigan's quite an awkward place to get at from the north. When I say awkward, it kind of swings all the way around the kind of east side of Wigan and into the centre, and it's quite an arc that it takes. And so even though as the crow flies the town centre is only probably about a mile from here, to actually walk it now would be around about 2.5 to 3 miles. Not that I'm in a particular rush because I'm tired. I'm feeling great and I could walk it, but I've got a very important telephone conversation tonight, and I need to be together and everything, and I don't want to be late for it, and so I'm going to abort. And the reason I say abort, my phone is ringing now, excuse me. Yes, I'll continue from the phone call. That phone call was actually from my wife Trish, who's the person who's ringing me later, and she wants to speak to me. And I don't know what it's about, but it could be about anything, and it'll be very important, and so I think I'm doing the right thing. I can go back now with a lift from this very nice lady called Leslie, who's going to take me back to Chorley where I started this morning, and I'll speak to you later. Bye now. You can see yourself. Look who's in there. Look at that. There we are. That's it. Thank you very much indeed for this. This lift means a lot to me. I really appreciate your kindness. Thank you very much indeed. And I don't mind your dog on my knee, sort of hanging out the windows. Yeah, it's very kind of you. Thank you.
Welcome anytime.